Starting lineups. Lots of interesting matchups tonight. Stick around. We'll be right back with more.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight we'll see the Washington Wizards playing against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Looking at the Thunder, they've got an opportunity tonight to sweep the season series 2-0. The coaching staff commented that they feel confident coming into this one. Winding down the backstretch, Shaq. Every team looking to finish the season strong. It's kind of like a horse race.
Yeah, for the playoff teams, they want momentum going in. Nothing builds confidence like a hot streak.
Is that the horse?
He's moving.
It's the NBA. Welcome to our Sunday night broadcast here on 2K Sports. With Brett Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. Hey, Dave.
Well, for Bradley Beal, it all started with his shot. His mom was a great athlete in her own right, and she coached him. By age 7, he was making high school range threes. He said, "I just run from arc to arc. I loved it because you knew you had to guard me all the way out there. Everywhere I went, it was shooter, shooter. My name became Shooter. And Kevin, it still is."
It sure is. Thanks, David. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for him.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Paul out there with Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Ferguson in at the small forward. And for the Wizards, Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Bradley Beal is out there with Shabazz Napier, and it's Bonga in at the 3, the small forward. Well, it's a new front office in Washington, and Greg, they've got their work cut out for them.
John Wall's huge supermax contract as he deals with the Achilles injury. Tough questions to be answered about the direction they're going to take talent-wise.
It'll be the Wizards off the tip. Now, here's Napier. Outside, Beal. Bryant trying to free himself up. Beal's shot is good. Beal's got the first points on the scoreboard for the Wizards. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's covered by Beal. Bonga deciding where to go with it. Pass to Hachimura. The rebound by Steven Adams. For the Washington Wizards, they come in off the loss to the Celtics in Boston. All up top, Napier covering. They get it back. Adams. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Well, the motor right now for Steven Adams is humming on the glass, getting after it.
And the pass to Hachimura. First quarter, just over a minute played. It's deflected, and they get it back. Off target with his 3.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming, Kevin.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
There's Beal with the 3. He's off on that one. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. Gallinari finds Paul. He goes up again. Ferguson for 3. Washington with the rebound. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
Yeah, you know they wanted a few of those plays back. What a tough way to go out in that one.
Yeah, really a game that they should not have lost, but sometimes even when you play your best, it might not be good enough.
Here's Ferguson. 9 points last game. Clock at 6. Adams, the pass to Ferguson. Gallinari. Bryant with the rebound.
I'll be honest, I thought there's no way that he's missing that close. That's a bunny. Give it up for the aggressive defense, Kevin.
Eyes again, and that one's good. Hachimura.
And his coaches and teammates love that. They want Hachimura getting after it more on that offensive glass.
Now here's Paul. A 23-point game for him in the win against Minnesota. He gets that one. Paul's got his second basket of the game.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Napier feeling it out a bit. Outside Bryant. He kicks to Beal. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. And that one goes long.
Yeah, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Here's Napier, following the score by Oklahoma City. Passes it to Beal. Ferguson with the rebound.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
Back to Gallinari. Doesn't go that time. And Washington the other way now. The last encounter was in Oklahoma City where they were able to handle the Thunder.
And really brought an impressive physicality to that matchup, drawing a ton of fouls and, of course, went on to win it.
No doubt that's what made the difference. The aggression they showed, attacking, drawing contact. It got them points at the line and made foul trouble a big concern on the other side.
Well, when Danilo Gallinari came into the NBA, Brent, he was just a catch-and-shoot type player. But he's so much more than that now.
Well, I think with the way the league has changed with the three-point shot, and Gallinari's ability to do that, he's gotten a lot smarter about picking his spots when the pump fake can drive in and draw some contact.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it after the basket by Washington. And here we go. Washington fast break. And Bryant wide open. He shoots. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
To the left side wing. Ferguson for three. Offensive rebound. And Adams with the slam.
Yeah, you might ask for help down there. You got to push Steven Adams out of the paint, and you can't give him good looks like that.
So timeout called here. The first for Washington. Brent, talk about the length of the season. Commissioner Silver is also considering proposals to shrink the season. What do you think?
I think it'd be interesting, and I'm not sure financially how the league goes back from an 82-game season and ticket sales and revenue and television and how they kind of unwind what it is they've agreed to. But 70 games to me in terms of the competition, Kevin, in terms of the elevated play of the star players on a nightly basis, the fact that you probably get stars to appear in every game and not be sat out for load management and things like that, I think overall it's pretty healthy.
Get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You take a look at the Thunder, advantage in one series.
And I think for Oklahoma City, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stage.
The goal is very defined. They have to have a strong finish to the season and make sure they get home court advantage for at least the first few rounds of the playoffs. D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Right side, Beal. Low block shot on the way. That one off the back iron and out.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. and you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Napier passes to Hachimura. It's Beal on the wing. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. And that one is good from Bradley Beal. Beal's got his second bucket of the night.
Gets one to fall, but only his second make in the first 7 attempts.
Unloads from 13. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level. And his tonight has been high. Now that basket must be widening out right now, Kevin. He's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Beal. Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
Gilgeous-Alexander, a unique frame at his size and an intriguing scorer.
Outside Beal. Ferguson with a rebound. Oklahoma City has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Basket good. And it's a 4-point Thunder lead.
Now you're pretty confident that Chris Paul is going to make the right decision with the basketball.
Pass to Beal. It's up a 3. Good. And it's Napier with the assist that time. 7 points for Beal.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder.
And the first few seasons in the NBA, not an easy time for Terrence Ferguson. Young wings have their ups and downs, but the franchise still very much believes in his talent.
With a whole new group out there.
And let's see the stat sheet here on Bradley Beal. Just an incredible month of basketball. First in scoring, and he's a defensive ball hawk. You can't let your guard down. Remember, he's 10th in the league in steals per game.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight. Number 1 overall right now. No one's been able to slow him down or even come close.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Bounce pass, Smith launches it. Beal can't get that one to fall.
Maybe there are ways to contribute that don't involve shooting the basketball. That's the best way that maybe he can help them out in trying to win this game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Smith following the score by Oklahoma City. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Dennis Schroeder.
And now a chance to see the former Demon Deacon Ish Smith in action. Has been in the league for a while now and played for several teams, and he's a veteran through and through.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Smith. And you have Ish Smith on your team. You know he's going to give you scoring off the bench.
And Smith not exactly great at any one thing, but the whole package is solid for a reserve. As long as you can make the right decision and just run the offense, that'll get you pretty far in this league.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. The Thunder leading by 4. Here's Nader. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 3 assists now in this one. Washington's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Mahinmi kicks to Smith. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it after the basket by Washington. Schroeder, a three-pointer, no good. Wizards trail by 4. Brown dishes to Smith. A steal. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Oklahoma City shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
At the line for 2.
And the first one drops. You know, Greg, for the Thunder fans, hard to see their star power dwindle, but they got a lot in return.
Yeah, but the Thunder were capped out. They hadn't made it past the first round in 3 years. And in exchange for Paul George, they got one of the richest trade packages in league history.
Gary Payton has checked in for Bradley Beal. So he gets them both. Brent, when you look back on all the stars you played against during your career, who was the biggest intimidator?
Well, I think about intimidating players, and the first word that comes to mind is Anthony Mason. I know he wasn't a bona fide star player, but
right.
You know the role that he had for the teams that he played with, and Anthony Mason was a player you did not want to be playing against. During my era, most of the years that I had some successes and minutes on the floor, it was certainly Kevin Garnett. The way that KG approached every game, and you spent many seasons watching him very closely. From year 1 to year 18 or 19, KG came at you every game, every night with the same kind of zest and excitement to compete.
Well put. Schroeder against Smith. 6 on the shot clock. To the paint. Here's Pertinis.
Noel in there to intimidate and does so there.
And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. On offense, here are the Thunder. They're on a 14-6 run. Diallo the pass to Schroeder. Here's Noel. And now let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard as we've gotten into the second half of the season. These teams have become better and better, scoring points off turnovers. Number 1, the Wizards.
And since the break, we've seen them ambush their opponents with that attacking brand of defense. And boy, have they reaped the rewards offensively.
And he makes the first.
Well, it's been up and down the last few years for Nerlens Noel, but there are still some impactful numbers for the minutes that he's on the floor as a rim protector.
Wagner, he's checked in for the Wizards. All 3 throws good for Noel.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throws.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Payton. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. And for Noel, his numbers will never match the visual impact he has on the floor, wouldn't you say?
Oh, he's definitely a player about the little things out there. Just being a rim protector, making sure the guys think about him when they're attacking the rim.
On offense, here are the Thunder. They're on a 16-6 run. Diallo, the shot's good on the assist by Schroeder.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now, here is Smith. 11 points for him in that last game against Boston. Bertzinus, the pass to Brown. There's 37 seconds left in the first. Payton can't get that one to fall. The Thunder leading by 12. Here's Diallo. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The Thunder shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
That free throw missing. And he's good on the second. Here's Payton. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. 20 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Berzon's in the post. He's covered by Muscala. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Can they get it? Payton can't get that one to fall. From deep three-point range, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder. 13 points up at the end of the period. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. We've got more in store for you right after this. There's a great friendship between Melo, LeBron, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Paul. And Chris talked about where all that started.
It's been a sort of long relationship, you know, and obviously me, Bron, Melo, D-Wade have all really got really close. And that stems from the time with the Olympics, USA teams, and then just sharing a lot of the same likes and values and having kids and family and different things like that.
And you see that a lot nowadays. Star players developing friendships and GAs spending time with each other off the floor.
Yeah, some people hate it because they want that bad blood you used to see, but no reason you have to hate someone to really compete against them.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, we've seen the Thunder really take control here.
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So the Wizards 5 right now. We've got Ish Smith, Wagner out there with Davis Bertans. Then there's Brown, and it's Payton in at the shooting guard position. And here's Smith after the three-pointer from Dennis Schroeder. And here is Bertans. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. Brown outside. The three doesn't get it to drop for him. So the Thunder will take it the other way. And following this game, they'll challenge the Grizzlies on the road at the FedEx Forum in Memphis. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Now, here is Smith. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game.
Terrific job by Smith to dish that one off to his open teammate right there.
Here's Schroeder. It's a 13-point game. And there's the pass to Nader. Back to Diallo. For three from the field.
It's
14 feet away. Another one falls for Washington.
And you got to get up tighter than that. Some players you can give that much room to, but not him.
Schroeder finds Muscala. Passes it to Nader. Kicks it out to Schroeder. Fires for three. And the Thunder another three.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
This is one where the second foul is probably going to cost you some minutes in this game.
So both teams making some changes here. Thunder on D. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. That's tipped.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
They are just killing them on the interior.
For Washington, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Payton attacking. Gets that one to drop. First one of the game after 4 straight misses. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Paul passes to Adams. Kicks it to Schroeder from the arc. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
And things starting to click from three-point land. Nothing in the first quarter, but he's hit 3 triples here in the second.
Napier passes to Wagner. Back to Napier. Pass to Wagner. 5 to shoot. Pulls it up. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. They have a 19-point lead. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
Well, they came into that game looking to be physical, looking to control the boards, and they succeeded.
Well, the last time it was about feeding off of the glass and getting rebounds to ignite the offense, and that came up big for them. Great opportunities to get out and run.
Bradley Beal's checked in for Gary Payton. Here's Bonga. 11 points last game. Beal taking his time here. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. Beal can't get it to go.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Took him no time at all on that one. And it's 8 points for Chris Paul.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Pass to Hachimura. Looking to end the run, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And proving to be effective around the rim. Hachimura leaving no doubt about that one.
Paul passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots over Beal, kept alive. Adams. Back to Paul. Over Napier. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
He's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him. Well, that's a guy out there in Steven Adams that you just have to pay attention to. Every night he's going to bang around the opposing big guys and be a threat around the rim to score and pick up offensive rebounds.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Here's Paul. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Wizards trail by 21. And with Adams on the offensive glass, he is impossible to move.
Well, that's a big reason why a couple years ago, Kevin, he grabbed more offensive rebounds than defensive rebounds. So you know he's going to live in the paint.
Inside. The shot comes out, and Washington the other way now. Here's Bonga. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Hachimura, no good.
Well, he creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense, not really a factor.
Washington's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Fade away, gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
Paul passes to Gallinari. Over to the wing. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Thunder lead by 21.
Well, he gets so few attempts in the post to show off some of his footwork. A good percentage of Adams' offense comes off of putbacks.
Beal can't get it to go.
And it's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
Here's Paul. The shot misses. And Washington the other way now. Napier with it. Chris Paul covering. Here's Bonga. Good. And it's Napier with the assist that time. Napier's got his third assist on the night. Oklahoma City leading by 18. Ball outside. From outside the arc. And the Thunder another three.
Beautiful right there. Good form, soft touch. Paul, a consistent threat in all aspects of the game.
Napier passes to Hachimura. Five on the clock. Back to Napier. Fires the three. Kept alive by Washington. Second chance shot. That's not going to drop for him. 5 of 9 with that miss. Oklahoma City has gotten hot from three-point land in the second quarter, going 4 of 5 from downtown. Ferguson kicks to Paul. Now the pass to Adams. Takes a three. And Paul with the basket on the assist by Adams. 16 points for Chris Paul.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game?
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. Talent coming from everywhere these days, Brent, including the developmental league. The G League has done a wonderful job of watching players develop there and then vaulting them up to the big league.
And I think last year, Kevin, the numbers were that more than half the players in the NBA had spent some time in the G League. You want to talk about that league coming a long way? Massive. And what you're seeing, too, over the past few years, Kevin, is people doing a great job of using the G League a lot better. Not just experimenting and lab-ratting what that team is about, but really well-thought-out player development and stints for guys in their team rather than just practicing and traveling and sitting and watching games. You're watching guys go play a game in the afternoon and then coming up to the NBA level and participating in an NBA game that night. That's going to go a long way to make guys in the early part of their career take the necessary strides in a lot quicker than they normally would.
This two-way contract has been a wonderful addition.
Except if you talk to their agents, Kevin. Yes, it's been very good for the control of an organization to find that kind of talent.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Yeah, just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
There's the foul. It's on Mahinmi. That'll be his second foul of the game.
I just don't think they want him taking that kind of shot again. His teammates are just laughing, shaking their heads there on the bench.
Smith checked in for Washington. Muscala, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. And the wide-open shot from Paul. No good on the triple.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
Gallinari attacking. To the wing right side. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Muscala. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Muscala's got 5 now. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Washington Wizards. Passes to Mahinmi. He dishes it to Brown. Knocks down the 10-footer. Brown's got his second bucket. The Thunder leading by 23. To the wing on the left. Paul against Smith. And it's Paul missing. Washington's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. Wizards making a switch here. Baertson has checked in. Diallo, he's checked in for the Thunder. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Paul. Here's Beal. And he makes good on the layup. He's got 11.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Just to Muscala. The dish to Gallinari. And the Thunder another 3.
Nice swing action there. Gallo, he simply squares up and rises to the occasion.
Now here's Beal. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Takes the 13-footer. Again, the Wizards good for 2.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
He kicks it to Muscala. 7-second difference. Shot and game clock. Schroeder looking around. Muscala misses.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Nobody near Schroeder. A big-time effort for Chris Paul, providing a lot of energy for Oklahoma City. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total.
Kevin, thanks. Billy, balanced scoring for your team. How pleased are you with the way they're keeping?
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Oklahoma City has the edge here at halftime. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, some perspective, please.
The thing I've noticed more than anything is how well they spread the floor at the offensive end. Their spacing has been fantastic, and the end result has been a lot of good looks from three-point land. And now they've established themselves from long range, and the defense has to adapt. They're in really solid position right now.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on Washington?
Not pretty to watch how they get torched in the low post, Ernie.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn.
Scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been a clinic by Chris Paul.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
And you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. So the Thunder 5 right now. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Chris Paul. And it's Ferguson in at the 3 spot. Pass to Hachimura. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams is Oklahoma City has gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13 on threes. And Paul gets it to go in.
Well, what we've seen here tonight, Chris Paul can put points up on the board still in a hurry, just carrying the offensive load right now.
Napier passes to Beal. The second chance effort. Thunder with the rebound. And here's the fast break. Gallinari's leading the way.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
All night long, in control of the pace, and you don't want to let go of that rope right now.
Here's Napier. And Adams sends it back.
Well, Steven Adams is very much capable of anchoring a defense right there in a great spot to get the block.
Paul can't get it to go.
And after burying 3 straight shot opportunities, finally a miss there. Still feeling the momentum, though.
And you look at the way Steven Adams has developed his offense the last few years. It's been a huge boost for this team. He has always been a great defender, but now he is an important cog on this team in terms of scoring.
Well, both him and the team seem to be off their game right now, and the frustration is clearly mounting as the clock is winding down.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Napier passes to Beal. The offensive rebound. No good. Shot missing. And it's Oklahoma City's ball. It's been 8 unanswered points for them. They get a hand on it. Beal with the steal. Here's Napier. Wizards working now with a shot clock. Second shot opportunity, and it's laid in by Bryant.
Such a big part of what he does for this team. Just work and work on the boards, generate second chance opportunities, and hopefully convert.
And with Adams in his offense, you forget how young he is.
And big men, sometimes they just take longer to find the best. And Adams actually mostly to screen. Look how far.
It's Paul. Oklahoma City Thunder. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. Shoots from 14. Hachimura grabs the miss. Washington's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. No good off the back of the rim. Thunder have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. The shot's good from Paul.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Napier passes to Bryant. Here's Hachimura. That's good, and it's Bryant with the assist. 12 points for him.
And showing some toughness on that take. Hachimura, these kinds of buckets can energize a team.
Gallinari with it. He's got 9. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. Shot clock at 6. Lets it go with a 3. And the Thunder another 3.
Well, proving more and more he's trying to be more effective from the three-point line as Gilgeous-Alexander collects a bucket.
Now here's Napier. He's guarded closely. Ferguson, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Great D that time from Beal. Wizards shooting an ugly 27% since halftime. It's stolen by Adams. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Paul. Over Napier. Again, Oklahoma City.
Said it time and time again, Chris Paul in the mid-range is pretty much half the time going to be good.
Now Napier. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Gary Payton is checked in for Washington. And Oklahoma City making a change here. Kicks to Napier. Bryant passes to Hachimura. Payton outside. Shot clock at 3. The Wizards need to get a shot off here. And that one is good from Bradley Beal.
Well, that equals his three-point total from the first half. He had one before the break.
Ball passes to Adams.
believe in the numbers. That
no execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Beal with the steal. To the inside, Hayton. Good, it's Beal picking up the assist. Hayton's got his second basket of the night.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Adams outside. Here's Nader, covered by Payton. Just 5 to shoot. And it's sent back by Bryant. Payton in the corner. Three-pointer on the way. And it's Noel with the rebound. Noel's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And for the Thunder, a lot of the assistant coaches leaving this past summer. Greg, how much of a concern is that for head coach Billy Donovan?
Possibly a sign that Donovan could be on the hot seat in OKC. I mean, 3 consecutive first-round exits. Donovan on the final year of his deal. The clock is definitely ticking.
Napier kicks to Payton. Left side, Beal from the baseline. Again, the Wizards good for 2.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
Paul passes to Adams. And Adams with the slam.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
Bryant finds Beal. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Here's Nader. 8 points for him. Noel trying to break loose. And here's the fast break. Here's Napier. Drains the jumper to finish the break.
And the instincts there from Hachimura. Notice the overcommitment by the defense and then makes the right pass.
Now here's Paul. Napier covering. Here's Nader. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over.
Yeah, his shot is just not there tonight, guys. And instead of trying to shoot himself out of the slump, maybe he needs to start moving the ball around and creating for his teammates.
Getting ready for the Wizards. Mahinmi's checked in for Thomas Bryant. Bertanis comes in for Hachimura. Brownie's checked in for Bradley Beal. And it's Ish Smith in for Shabazz Napier. And then for Oklahoma City, Muscala, he's checked in for Steven Adams. Diallo comes in for Terrence Ferguson. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Paul. Brown drives in and misses it off the right side of the rim. Oklahoma City has gone 2 of 2 from long range in the well.
Man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Here's Smith. Rebound goes to the Thunder. Noel's got 8 rebounds in this game. Now here's Diallo. He's got 5. Inside. Shot left block. Again, the Thunder score.
And this is how you want to come out of that. Prolific and efficient.
Now, and if that
and he gets the whistle. On Nerlens.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
No good on that one. And he sinks the second. Oklahoma City shooting an efficient 53% from the field. Now here's Diallo. Tight defense on him. Pass to Noel. Here's Schroeder. He scores his sixth bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And finished off by Berton.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. The pass to Noel. He kicks it to Schroeder. Back to Noel. Out to the right wing. Shot clock at 5. Here's Diallo. And the rejection by Mahimi. In the corner, Smith with it. 1:16 left in the third. Pass to Bertens. Over Muscala. Goes back up. Down low. Mahimi drops it in.
You don't want to ever give up points on the boards. That's the lesson for the team there. That's a hustle play to save points.
Schroeder against Smith. Schroeder outside. And there's another one for the Thunder.
And such a strong offensive player. Schroeder is capable of knocking down some mid-range shots if you give him some room.
Payton with the ball. Now guarded by Schroeder. Out to Smith. For the three. And it's Noel with the rebound. Noel's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. To the paint. And Noel throws it down.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. And here's Smith. 5 points in the game. Out left to the wing. Here's Payton. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Smith's got 3 assists now in this one. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. It's the Thunder running away with this one. We'll be back shortly, live from Washington. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Washington shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. They've got Robinson. Wagner out there with Mahimi. Then there's Payton. And it's Schofield in at the small forward position. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Dishes it to Mahimi. Shoots. Payton can't get it to go. The Thunder shooting has been terrific. 54% on the game. Here's Roby. Excellent D that time from Robinson. Payton looking around. Not many players now signing shorter contracts in free agency. You've talked about this a lot. Does it make it harder or easier for the super team?
Well, I think it makes it easier because all of a sudden a star player from another team becomes available that you could latch him on to somewhere else.
Any examples you could throw out there? That
I don't want to get into the specifics.
Okay,
of it.
I understand.
I think we've seen it over the past 3 or 4 years with some of our star guys. And
yes.
I don't fault them because they're getting smarter. Players are a lot smarter about what it is that they can do with having the very few times, Kevin, that you have a say in your career as to where it is that you're going to play, and more importantly, the potential for what it is that financially you can make.
But playing for a championship.
For a championship, or potentially the opportunity to play with somebody who you've always thought you could either elevate their play or they could elevate yours. This is not going away anytime soon.
Schofield gets the bucket. And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the fourth. Here's Muscala. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
And trust me, Dennis Schroeder would love to score the basketball, but his ability to set up his teammates is also effective.
Outside Robinson. Mahimi with it. Payton left side. Just 5 to shoot. Outside for Robinson. They get it back. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
That's his first personal foul.
You know, Brent, how candid can players be in their answers in the post-game interviews about what has happened or what they're feeling at that time? In other words, is there a danger being too honest as a player?
There could be, Kevin. I mean, anytime you express some of your vulnerabilities, and if it's done at the right time, somebody's going to take advantage of it. What we've seen over the past couple years is, forget about when it is that the media is asking you questions. Most players are taking it to their social media accounts where they're able to get the message out without being baited by somebody with regards to a question. They can expound on whatever it is that they're feeling at that time, and that helps them to control the messaging a little bit more. And I think that trend is going to continue to grow.
Burton's checked in for the Thunder. And so he hits both. And so here is Oklahoma City. Schroeder outside. Pass to Roby. Here's Burton. A three-pointer off the mark. Washington's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Out of bounds. Oklahoma City takes possession. And a look now at the Thunder's upcoming schedule. On Tuesday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies. And then on Wednesday, they'll be taking on Clint Capella and the Atlanta Hawks.
And the matchup against the Nuggets, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
Roby the pass to Schroeder. Lays it up off the glass. Schroeder's got 19 points.
Trying to get more confident shooting from the interior. Schroeder wants to keep adding some elements to the offensive end of his game.
Payton kicks to Robinson. Here's Wagner. Washington gets it back. Payton outside. Here's the teardrop. And another shot. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
That's his second personal foul.
Brent, we have seen some players refuse to speak to the media. For whatever reason, where should that line be drawn?
At the line for two.
Well, there is a role and a responsibility, I think, of every player in the league, Kevin, given that it's an entertainment industry and that people have jobs around this league to tell stories, to have access to those players. Now, every player doesn't want to talk or get into certain things, but their availability should be made and people should have access to them. Look, I don't want to take out the trash every Tuesday, but I understand I got to do it at home. Right. And so players have a responsibility to their franchise to be a voice at times.
I always thought you were terrific with the media.
Well, I appreciate that, Kevin. Maybe that's how I got this job.
The Wizards making a switch here. Ryan's checked in. He doesn't get the second one.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Here's Burton. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
The Wizards have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Bryant dishes to Robinson. Over Diallo. That one rolling around and rims out.
Yeah, and he had the D tangled up there with that patented crossover. Just couldn't convert the finish.
2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. No one near Payton as he lets it go. Here's Wagner, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And they've shown a little extra hustle on the offensive glass here in the second half. Second chance points are starting to add up for them, and they can use every one of them.
Brent, you know, the NBA not the only league with great players and great play. Talk about some of the other prominent leagues around the world. There's some terrific competition.
There's some great competition overseas in the Turkish leagues. Some very good players that play in the Russian league. There are some great players who are coming out of Australia, and we're actually seeing players now skip playing in the G League to go down to Australia to start their development and professional careers. So when we talk about the world game, Kevin, we're not joking around. It's a very real thing, and we continue to invite the best players that we can find, and they come from all over.
Kicks it to Payton. It's stolen by Muscala. And now a fast break for the Thunder. A slam dunk by Diallo.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Here's Schofield, and they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Making the most of the screen, that's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Knocks it loose. It's taken away by Payton. Here's Robinson. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. The Thunder leading by 23. Schroeder, left side. And it's blocked. And here we go. Washington fast break. Payton with the ball. Robinson misses. Thunder have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the 4th. 4 of 9. And it's Schroeder missing. Washington's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Here's Schofield. Brent, obviously some good players have taken less money for a chance at a winning championship situation. That's made some rich teams even better.
Well, you have to appreciate a player in that regard, thinking that the financial gains that he could have somewhere else and playing for a team that's capable of doing what it is that you're trying to do, and that's win a championship. But they've decided, look, it's not about that for me. What it is about the experience of being around a team that elevates itself to being the best team in the league. And if you're fortunate enough at the highest level, Kevin, as a basketball player, to be around a championship, that experience sticks with you for a lifetime. So you do appreciate guys looking for those opportunities to be around a championship.
That's good from Schroeder. Greg, last season, Dennis Schroeder transitioning to more of a 6-man role with the Thunder.
And for his first go at that role, I thought Schroeder looked really good. He's always been able to score and create
And coming off the bench might be the best spot for him.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And you watch Dennis Schroeder, you can see how deadly Brent he can be when he's locked in.
Well, he accepted the role in Oklahoma City about coming off the bench and trying to be a spark plug for Schroeder. It's really about consistency, Kevin.
And that one's good. Hachimura.
You have to push Hachimura out of there if you're the defense. He's a real problem on the interior.
Now here's Schroeder. Napier covering. Schroeder passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. They shoot again. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Bradley Beal picks one up.
Gilgeous-Alexander does a good job of just staying aggressive, and that just forces the defense to do something.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Gilgeous-Alexander. Player salary is obviously a large investment, Brent. What are some other investments that owners can make to help their team get better, either on the floor or off?
Massive one, Kevin, obviously, is in terms of your players' wellness and what it is that you're doing with your physical therapy staff, your strength and conditioning staff, because you want these guys available at the best and maximum potential physically that they can give you. A lot of teams, frankly, in the past couple of seasons, Kevin, looking into other ways, holistic therapies, mental approach that they can have mental wellness for their players as part of their programming. So teams that think you build some beautiful practice facility and just let the guys go bounce the ball around and shoot are absolutely missing.
Yes.
Yeah, they're missing the boat on what it is that their players require, need to be complete as people.
And Adams with the slam.
Yeah, that 265 pounds out there, Kevin, it's pretty solid, a wrecking ball.
Washington's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Brett, we have seen some international showcase games the last few years. Do you like that trend?
Oh, absolutely. I like the fact that our league, we know how global it is with how many players from different countries are represented throughout the rosters around the league. But for our game to travel around to London and to Mexico City and have an opportunity for those fans to see what NBA basketball is like, I think it's an absolute win.
I'd like to see more.
Well, more time for those teams. The timing of some of those trips for some teams are a little bit tough in terms of the travel, but their appearances there mean so much more to grow the game globally.
Now here's Diallo, guarded by Robinson. Yes, that goes in. Diallo's got 4 points this quarter.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
From beyond the arc, Payton can't get it to go.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Brent, when a team hires a new coach, what tends to be the feelings of the players in that locker room, knowing there's a new voice in there?
If you are a veteran player, you have the opportunity, more than likely, Kevin, to call 5 or 6 resources that know who that coach is. Because most of the time, coaches that are getting hired have previous NBA experience. If you're a younger player, you're looking at what it is that's being written and said about that coach to try to evaluate how it is that you're going to fit in. The biggest responsibility, Kevin, is that new coach trying to get as many of those players into the facility or at a meeting or at a dinner to have them understand from day one, as soon as possible, what it is that they're about, what it is he's expecting from them, and how it is he's going to go about them. Then all the other things about guesswork, those go away.
Right, all about communication.
Communication as quick as you possibly can. That's an important factor.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Washington, Jerome Robinson. 2 shots.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
First one falls for him. Of course, Dirk Nowitzki spent his whole career with the Dallas Mavericks. We don't see that much anymore, do we? From the beginning to the end with one team.
No, but I think we're going to still occasionally have anomalies like we did with Reggie being in Indiana for the years of his playing career. Nate McMillan was in Seattle for his playing career, now coach of the Indiana Pacers. So there will be times where we'll have that once or twice. It's not going to happen very much, Kevin.
Not in today's
not in
NBA.
today's game, and not with what's at stake.
Gallinari outside. Ferguson, the pass to Gallinari. Over Bertans. And it's Gallinari missing. And here's Napier. He'll bring it up for the Wizards. And Robinson throws it down.
And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope, up and in with a one-hand finish, the most basic possible. Ball right side. Over Napier. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Wizards trail by 21. Beal from long range. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. Napier's got 6 assists in the game. Here's Paul. We've got 1:55 left to play here in the fourth. There's the lob to Adams. Paul finds Adams. Gallinari on the wing. Bertans defending. Another shot. And it's Gallinari missing. The Wizards shooting about 45% from the floor in the fourth. Here's Napier. And it's blocked. And so it looks like the Wizards will retain possession here.
Wizards ball.
And Washington making a change here. Bonga's checked in. .129 left in the fourth quarter. Outside, Beal. Bryant trying to free himself up. Beal's shot is good. Beal's got 12 points in just the second half.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Thunder.
You know, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside. And that was working all game long.
And so when you look at the season record, this one will tally up win number 43 on the year.
No doubt they came in very motivated to win this one and finish the season series at a game apiece.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Steven Adams.
Just a force on the glass, did a fantastic job crashing the boards and coming up with seemingly every rebound.
The first one falls. And how often do players argue calls knowing that they are in the wrong? They know they're going after something that was the correct call.
Let's just say often, Kevin. I mean, you just never the whistle.
Are they thinking ahead in terms of saying?
I don't think so. It's emotional. It's just an emotional reaction. I mean, you're out there running around and doing what you do, and you get a whistle. You're going to react to it like, I did something wrong. Why am I in the principal's office right now? I want to get my side out. I know you saw it. Everybody does it.
It sounds like you may have done a lot of that.
I try to avoid that, Kevin. Quite frankly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't think that's healthy for you and your reputation.
And it's sent back by Bryant. Here's Schofield. Pass to Robinson. Five to shoot. Here's Payton. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist.
It's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
Now Paul. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win.